for all you folks that were home on a Friday night or out on a Friday night or around a TV on a Friday night and you happen to have FX, I hope you watched because surprisingly, the card wasn't that bad.
It was actually good.
Why does this happen?
UFC on FX3.
Are we going to talk about the injury bug that seems to be biting Dana White and the UFC in the ass? And
yeah,
why
it's
are all
really,
these guys getting injured all of a sudden?
I don't know.
DRT abuse?
Who knows?
Wow.
Anyway, UFC on FX3. The headliner obviously was Demetrious Johnson versus Ian McCall the second time around. But before that,
that was the worst fight.
We had Eddie Windling going up against
the motherfucking polka dot kid.
Polka dot kid, as George would call him. And you know what? We both had Jorgensen winning this fight, and
he
did not happen.
No, it's the first time Jorgensen's ever been stopped.
Yeah.
And he got stopped.
Yeah.
Eddie Wineland.
Pretty quick. What did that happen in the second round?
Yeah. Eddie Wineland was just so much bigger and stronger. And it's hard because Jorgensen is like.
No, he was a
$185
2 weeks ago.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
That's right. Anyway, everybody's going to be like this. I thought it was the Uncut Sports Show, Kevin. You know they get mad when we cover the mics. Anyway, we did not see that coming.
Nope. And I didn't pick the next fight right either because I went with the dentist. You went with Mike Pyle, and Mike Pyle hit him with...
both kind of look like garbage from a conditioning standpoint.
Yeah, that was not a good... Dude, Mike Pyle has the worst mullet I've ever seen. He needs to let that shit grow out before he gets in the ring. He's trying to go for that Bob's a Big Boy.
Billy Ray
Nelson.
Cyrus?
Yeah,
that shit was bad.
Roy Nelson.
That shit was crazy. But he won via TKO.
Let me tell you, though, that right hand, though, was pretty nice.
Oh, yeah.
The inside right hand.
He hit near right on the button.
Yeah, these fights are good because they're free.
Well, and they were ending, too. I mean, there was knockouts or what they would classify. I mean, what I would classify as knockouts.
Because they're free.
Well, that doesn't hurt.
And, George, because
they're free. Now, one who I think is going to be a force. I think Eric Silva's going to do some
Eric
damage.
Silva's nasty as shit.
Yeah,
I mean, he obviously had the misfortune of being on the wrong side of a bad call, and, you know, that was a crazy, whatever. I'm not sure.
Well, the good thing in MMA is you can move past that quickly.
Yeah, you really can move past it, and I think everybody
nobody's undefeated.
Yeah.
I mean,
what the fuck are we talking about?
Well, Eric Silva, the last time, remember when Mario, there was a bad controversial? Eric Silva was the one that was...
That's when Joe Rogan grew a real big set of balls and decided to call out a UFC. That's
right. It was just fucked up all the way around. And
but what happened to Charlie Brenneman?
Oh, he was...
What had happened?
What had happened was that he got submitted.
Yeah.
That guy's got a lot of energy. I mean, he's
a lot of hair.
Yeah, definitely.
But I mean, he started out. He was very impressive against Rick Story, but it hasn't. It's been like
that story has been downhill too.
Speaking of stories, he doesn't have one anymore.
Man, I'm gonna tell you
chapter
right now,
is closed.
If we had a decent editor, I would have hit stop right there and edited that whole bad joke Jimmy just
that story right there is really
stop.
And, you know, that's just the end of that story.
That's terrible. Anyway,
and we'll be closing the chapter.
I'd love to see Eric Silva face off against
All right, go ahead,
McDonald.
Nigger, and speak.
Wow. Now, on to the main event. For me, this fight, I literally, since I DVR'd the whole card, I went right to the end.
Yeah.
Well, no, we actually watched it on Fast Forward, and that was basically as good as we could do. It was the worst fight of the night.
To be honest, dude, I don't like Demetrious Johnson.
No, he's
boring.
Yeah, he's a decision master.
Yeah, he is. But Demetrious Mighty Mouse Johnson did what he had to do, obviously.
He won.
I mean, and you know, it's funny. Vegas must have saw something, because when I saw the first fight, I'm like, oh, man, Ian McCall's got this guy's number. Though when they fight again, I thought he'll take him. But remember, before, when we previewed the fight, we were, man, that had a lot of pizzazz.
Yes, it did.
But when we previewed the fight, I said,
did you preview the fight?
Yeah, well, let me say it one more time. We previewed the fight, and we had during our preview, we had.
You didn't go with Uncle Creepy?
No, we didn't. We did go with Uncle Creepy.
Oh, Uncle Creepy.
We went with Uncle Creepy, but we were
DJ.
surprised because Vegas. I kept saying, "Wow, Vegas has Demetrious Johnson as the favorite," and we just thought, you know, and it was a decent odd. I mean, so, you know, obviously that's why these guys in Vegas, these bookmakers, do what they do, because they're fucking good at it. And
except on the Pacquiao fight.
Well, this line's Demetrious Johnson up.
Well, they might be.
They lost
you don't
big
know.
on that.
Yeah, they probably put money on. They're probably sitting there going,
Time out, man.
Thanks, Bob.
10 to get me 1,000?
Yeah.
Man, here, 150.
Don't forget to pay the judge.
Mm-hmm.
So,
anyway,
but,
that lines DJ up now for what is it? The flyweight belt or the minuscule weight or the bulimic?
the
belt?
flyweight.
Oh.
He's
Yeah.
going to be fighting for the flyweight title against
Benavidez.
Benavidez. So we'll see what happens with that. Now our next
They'll
major.
fight. What do you mean? They're gonna fight.
We'll see what happens. Like who
They're gonna
wins.
fight. They're gonna get.
We'll see who wins. Anyway.
Via decision, I'm